So here we start with our topic, the topic titled Gaussian processes. As into the previous topic of Gaussian random variables, we have already defined that what it means for a pair of random variables for the joint cases here. The individual case and the joint case was represented with the help of probability density function, and the same definition here we are going to suppose extended for the Gaussian random processes here, as the random processes will be for the n times random variables here. Now for this particular extended definition, here we shall be considering a vector of real valued random variables, and that can be mathematically represented as like this. So here x we denote with the elementary parameters here x1, x2 up to xn. So this is a vector of n real valued random variables, and now let us have the criteria. What it is: x said to be a Gaussian random vector, and the random variables x suffix I, so they are said to be jointly Gaussian if we have the joint probability density function for the n random variables. So this is mathematically represented like this. So for the random variables and the random processes, we have the two functions. The joint is for the two, and for the single we have simply the probability and the probability density function. So distribution function represented by capital F, here it is the small f, a derivative of distribution function, the probability density function. So fx of x can be computed by having here 1 upon 2 pi to the power, we have n by 2, and mod of cx is in the square root. Along with this ratio we have the exponential function over minus of 1 by 2 x minus mx transpose in multiplication to cx inverse capitals in multiplication to x minus mx here. So here the meaning of mx is the same. So ms is nothing but the mean value of the random variable x here. The same can be extended to the random process here. The knowledge of small x is also just now have been made, and this is nothing but a vector of n real valued random variables. Now along with this information that we go for the vector of the means here that has been represented mx, m1, m2 up to mn, here are the representations here. So along with this mean and the vector x here, the another one is capital Cx. So the capital Cx is nothing but a symmetric positive definite matrix with the elements. The elements are represented small c suffix ij, and these are nothing but the covariances between the xi and the xj here. The mathematical representation of these elements is given by this formulation. Here we have small c suffix ij computed by having the expected value of e of the multiplication of the brackets xi minus mi, xj minus mj here. So from the random variable or the process you take, the mean is to be subtracted for the x as well as xj here. Now after this, the mod of the same is also represented into the previous formula of probability density function. So it is nothing but the determinant of the covariance matrix here. Now a discrete time random process that usually we denote by x of n is said to be Gaussian if every finite collection of the samples of x of n are jointly Gaussian here. Now with this information, we find it to be very important to have one note, and that note it will be a Gaussian random process is completely defined once the mean vector and the covariance matrix are known. If you get back to the equation for the probability density function that will characterize the random process to be of the Gaussian type, onto the RHS, you will find that the two important things on which it is dependent, that those are nothing but the mean and the covariance matrix, as just now we have discussed, along with the vector of n real valued x here. So this was all with respect to the Gaussian processes.